Hello everyone and welcome. I'm here today with Michael Haspil, the author of our awesome Season 8 Battle Pass lore, which is in collaboration with Games Workshop and Warhammer 40,000. Welcome, Michael. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Yeah, not bad at all. So, first off, I wanted to ask, what makes writing for Warhammer exciting? Because it is an enormous universe with a lot of history. So what makes it exciting for you?
For me, I am a long-time player. I've been playing since like '89. So getting the chance to participate in this universe that I love so much, it's just absolutely fantastic. And like you said, it's so huge. You can do, well, almost anything. Not quite everything, but
I guess it's also quite daunting, right? Getting into that universe, writing a piece of it.
It is scary because I want to get everything right. I don't want to let it has such a huge devoted fandom. You don't want to let people down. You know,
Sure.
you want to deliver.
And so how did you go about fitting the Warhammer 40k universe into a World of Tanks setting?
Well, you know, I played a little bit of World of Tanks and everything, so I could get a feel for it, and I really love the game. I'm ashamed to say I'm not very good at it, but it was great to just condense things down. Warhammer lends itself to a lot. It has a lot of tanks anyway, a lot of vehicles and everything like that. So I just had to think about how I would focus to put the tanks be central to the story without giving up any characterization.
Sure. And yeah, so you mentioned characters, and we've got some very colourful characters in the Season 8 Battle Pass. So could you tell us, in short, who are Volusat Thassius, Dolgoth Sept, Krogling the Face Grinder, and Nalastera Aspace?
Yeah, so Volusat Thassius, he's a lieutenant, or lieutenant, as you would say, in the Ultramarines 2nd Company. And he's commanding the Demi Company right now in this version, and he's what you would expect from an Ultramarine lieutenant. Like he is stalwart, brave, really good commander. Dolgoth Sept is part of the Death Guard, and he is one of the original traitors. So, but he's not very ambitious. If it was up to him, he would like just lay around, be slothful all day. But he really hates the Ultramarines. So anything he can do to just kind of like poke a finger into their eyes or whatever, he'll do it, and that kind of gets him out of bed. And then Krogling the Face Grinder is this orc mech boy that wants to become Big Mech, and maybe even the boss himself. So he's ambitious, and his two things really drive him. It's more speed and more DACA. So
that's what drives us all.
Yeah, exactly. And then Nalastera Aspace, she kind of feels like she missed her chance to be a martyr. So she is very dedicated, faithful, sister of battle, but she kind of missed her chance. That's the way she feels. So she's out to prove herself and be more devoted, more fanatical, almost more faithful than she could possibly be.
Right. And so what are they doing on Tanikasmundi, the planet where this is all taking place?
So some orcs that work for Krogling the Face Grinder, they went and they investigated what they thought was just a blue box. And it turns out it is a lost standard template construct.
Okay.
And they kind of activated it. It got activated. And so now they've gotten this signal that has gone out that this standard template construct has been reactivated. And that has driven everybody to come get it because they're so rare, and the technology, you don't know what the technology is. It could be, it could be something really, really cool that would give any of the factions an edge. So...
And so just for our listeners, the STC, the standard template construct, that's like kind of a blueprint for some kind of technology, right?
Yes, that's what it is. So it's like, imagine if it's like if it's a blueprint that you could put into, say, something like a 3D printer, and it would just create this, or it could be a new kind of tank, it could be, a new weapon, it could be a new kind of computer. You don't know.
Right.
It's from the lost age of technology. So.
But definitely powerful and definitely worth fighting over.
Yes, absolutely.
And so what are the challenges of writing a story that primarily takes place in and around and about tanks? Because it is a confined space. I guess you can't get a lot of characters involved, right? And are there any challenges like that when writing in this kind of setting?
Yes, there were, because I wanted to have the tank still be central. It needs to be. So I rewatched a lot of old tank films, of course, Fury and the Beast, and a couple of other tank films, just to see how the crew has to interact with one another. But things are happening very, very quickly. Things are moving, and it's very dangerous. Of course, you're trying to call out targets, trying to find what's going on while on the move, while things are going wrong around you.
Sure.
But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it definitely shows even in the lore itself. I think we all enjoyed it, and our players can check it out on our content page, and it is a fascinating read. I wanted to ask you, though, which faction out of the Ultramarines, Death Guard, Evil Sons, and the Order of the Martyred Lady do you prefer? Which is your favorite? And which of the commanders do you like the most as well?
Well, I should say Ultramarines. That's what I should say.
Should say, okay.
Yeah. I really like the Adeptus Sororitas. I have Ultramarines and Adeptus Sororitas armies. And what surprised me the most writing this, though, is my favorite commander was Kroglin the Face Grinder. He was so much fun to just write when I was doing the background and everything. There was just... I came to really appreciate the orcs and understand why orc players like the orcs.
Well, they seem to be like the only ones who are really having fun in that universe.
Yes. Yeah, it was just a great amount of fun. I tend not to like the Death Guard as far as like chaos goes. I don't like Nurgle. So I'm more of a Slanesh guy. I like the Emperor's Children when it comes to chaos.
That's a brave choice as well. And so you checked out as well the 3D stars that we have now in the game. Which do you like? And do you think that they show the factions in the correct light? Do they characterize them well?
I think it's the STB-1, which is the orc tank.
Yes.
I think that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Out of all.
A lot of spiky bits on that one.
Yes. And I think it did really capture the feeling. And when I got the battle pass, that's who I'm trying to play through as right now is the orcs.
Okay.
So that's who I kind of selected. So.
Yeah. And it's a very good tank as well. Super. Well, thank you very much, Michael, for being here with us, for having this little chat. And for us, our players, definitely check out Battle Pass Season 8. It is absolutely fascinating. And also the lore that has been written for it in collaboration with Games Workshop and Warhammer 40,000. Again, thank you very much for being with us here today, Michael.
Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Super. Okay. Cheerio.